I'm in Doris Day's living room in her beautiful home in Carmel by the Sea, and I'm excited to tell you that Julien's Auctions are presenting the estate of Doris Day in April 2020, and we're in for a real treat to have a sneak preview into Doris Day's beautiful home, all the beautiful things she lived with. This is a truly exciting event. This is an amazing home where Doris Day spent the last 30 years of her life. It's 11 acres, beautiful property overlooking a golf course, and I know she's still beloved. Sadly, she's no longer with us, but we have all the memories, we have the movies, we have the music, and we have her items. And as I will walk through the house, we'll take a trip down memory lane. We see all the amazing things she lived with, what was important to her, and you can really realize why she moved from Beverly Hills to spend her latter years of her life here in Carmel by the Sea. And I'm walking through the front door of Doris Day's beautiful home. The first thing I read is the mat. If our dog doesn't like you, neither will we. But this is amazing. It's a wraparound foyer with so much natural light. You feel that you're really in touch with nature, overlooking the golf course, the amazing shrubbery, all of the glass. And she had so many fun, happy items along the way. As you can see here, all of these items will be, of course, in the auction. You know, Doris, she made a lovely home for herself. She lived extremely comfortably and with beautiful items around her. I am standing at Doris Day's dining room table, and please don't eat the daisies. She loved daisies. But look at this beautiful table setting, the Waterford crystal, the German porcelain, this flatware that was gifted to her from her mom. Truly amazing. And you think about Doris Day sitting at this table entertaining the celebrities, the stories, the history. Doris Day was a style icon. In fact, she won a fashion award for her style. American ladies used to follow whatever Doris Day was wearing. That same fashion sense was reflected in her homes, and in fact, Architectural Digest did a whole issue on her home in Beverly Hills before she moved up here back to the 1950s. When you think of Doris Day, so many movies, so many albums, her own TV show, of course. People are expecting items from her career as well as her life, and of course we have 4 Golden Globes going on the auction block, presented to Doris Day over the years for her amazing movies. There's amazing artworks in this auction, and one of my favorite pieces is this portrait of Doris Day hung in her home in Beverly Hills in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and of course then she came here to Carmel by the Sea in the 1980s. There's so many great items in this auction, and you know, when you think about Doris Day's show, she used to design her own sets for the show because she wanted to give it that homely feeling. And when the show was finished after so many episodes, she took quite a lot of the furniture from the actual set that's here in the house, that will be in the auction block. And right here behind me, look what I found in the corner are these 35mm cans of all of her movies. And these too are in the auction on April 4th at Julien's Auctions. Anything from Doris Day's home will be sought after in the auction, firstly because they're so amazing, and secondly because all of the proceeds will benefit her animal foundation, and everybody knows how she loved for her animals, and that was so important to Doris during her lifetime, and her legacy continues. The auction will take place on April 4th in Beverly Hills. We're welcoming everyone to come and celebrate an amazing life and career. And if you can't be in Beverly Hills at Julien's Auctions, you can go to julienslife.com. You'll be able to see and hear the auctioneer, click the buttons, bid, and take home something from our beautiful Doris Day. And of course, we will be producing an amazing catalogue documenting all of these great pieces. Here I am, I'm in Carmel by the Sea, a beautiful home owned by Doris Day. Doris Day was sort of the all-American beloved actress, style icon. She represented true Americana. She always shined brightly through her movies, through the Doris Day show, to her numerous albums, that great music she gave us. And you know, we are so honored to be sitting in Doris Day's home to present to the whole world the estate of Doris Day, because Doris was a very private person. Sadly, she passed away, and here we are presenting to the world who she was, how she lived. If you knew nothing about Doris Day and you walked into this home, you'd say, clearly this is a person that loved animals. You see butterflies, you see dogs, there's elephants, there's giraffes. Every animal is represented here, either through artwork, through dishes, through photographs. It's just a beautiful example of how she treasured her animals. And the great thing about this auction is 100% of the proceeds will go to benefit Doris Day's Animal Foundation. She said she never met an animal that she never liked. And that's truly reflected throughout her beautiful home. All around you can see her love of her animals, the birds, the porcelain dogs, and of course this piece she truly treasured because this was a gift from Rock Hudson, a dear friend of Doris for 25 years. He brought this to Doris from Africa, and you can see the elephants and look at the detail. It's truly amazing. This is a planter and it's so amazing. Pride of place by her fireside, and I think that will be one of the really highlights of the auction. Doris Day and Rock Hudson were true friends. They obviously worked together as well. Of course, Pillow Talk was that famous movie. They became really good friends. Rock Hudson himself said that he used to listen to Doris Day singing Sentimental Journey before he even got to know her. And then for 25 years, they were best friends, and what a sentimental journey, but what a fun journey they had. She loved him truly and had so much fun together. And anything from Rock Hudson and Doris Day that's in this auction will be highly sought after. And again, everywhere I walk throughout the home, you see her love affairs with the animals. She said she was going to do everything she could for the animals. And certainly everything in the auction is going to benefit her animal foundation, even her passport and her driver's license. And collectors love items like that. They're very, very personal. Something that would have been with Doris Day every single day. And these are some of the spectacular views that Doris Day enjoyed every day of her life, overlooking Quail Lodge Golf Course. As she sat here and played her piano, her red piano, but this was a special piano gifted to her by her son Terry. He was a great musician, a producer, very famous in his own right. And we have a beautiful red piano that was Terry's that he would gift it to his mother. This is something that truly was important to Doris, and that's part of the household items here, and I know it's something that Doris truly cherished. There's great artwork in the sale. I'm standing in Doris Day's bedroom. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is Pillow Talk, that famous movie with Rock Hudson, her dear friend. But over Doris's bed hung this beautiful painting, very well-renowned artist, and that of course will be in the sale. But there's a lot of artwork in this sale, including this painting by Tony Bennett. And of course, Tony Bennett is a great artist in his own right. And there's a beautiful painting from Tony Bennett gifted to Doris Day, signed by his official name, Benedetto. Again, when you think about Doris Day, the amazing life and career that she had, going back to 1959 when this bowl was presented to her, the Allied Award, which of course reflects that she was the top-selling artist of all time in 1959. I'm walking along the corridor, the beautiful glass foyer from Doris Day's bedroom to her living room. You can see all this beautiful red wicker work that's reflected throughout the house. She loved wicker work. But look at all of the glass here. Natural light, in touch with nature, all the plants, overlooking Quail Lodge Golf Course. This was a truly fantastic, beautiful home that Doris Day spent the latter days of her life. And all the treasures you see are going on the auction block, Julian's Auctions, Beverly Hills, April 4th. And if you can't be in Beverly Hills, you can go to julianslive.com. You can click those buttons, you'll see and hear the auctioneer. You can bid and win and take home something from Doris Day's beautiful home.